volume.
Come
Yes.
on, man. Look at you. You look stage ready and everything.
Rock and roll. Do it.
Wait, I don't have what you got. I got to button this up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that confidence just yet. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I was just looking at the world clock, and I was thinking, oh my god, what time is it right now in Amsterdam? Because you're in Amsterdam right now, right?
I am in Amsterdam. It is 9:30 here in the evening, which is pretty well, ooh, that's good actually. This is my morning. I just woke up.
Did
No,
you?
I'm kidding. No,
You know
I'm
what?
kidding, but I
A
I'm
lot of
really in.
artists will actually say that. They say they get more stuff done at night. So yeah, is what's your clock like? Is this your
Well,
wind down time?
basically, yeah, especially during these times like quarantine, it's basically been a lot of living during the night actually and going to sleep around 3 or 4 even. It's been crazy,
Mm.
crazy how my whole biological clock is just like ruined because of this pandemic, but also it brings so much inspiration because I think after dinner, that's when I truly start to just like, get started on the sort of creative side of me. That side gets started around that time, and that's always been actually because I remember when I was young, I used to like crawl behind the piano after dinner because I really loved to just like rest for a little bit and just play some music. So I think it
Yeah.
kind of grew from that into now being able to not being bothered by your parents and stuff, and they're not sending you uh, like because they're watching television or whatever, just being here and being able to make sound and to create music after a certain time. Yeah, that's really awesome.
So that's good. So you don't wake up to an alarm. What's your like? Do you wake up? Do you have coffee? Are you eating right away? Are you taking vitamins? What's your morning
I
like?
started I started this thing because it's the new year, so I thought let's just start clean eating, and I have to say it really works. Like your body is like it really works for your body. You feel better, you feel less tired, you have more energy, etc., etc. So all the things they promise you are true. But I just love coffee, and that's the only thing that I couldn't have, or like one of the things that I couldn't have. But one of the
Really?
things that
That's not
really
part of. Is it that bad?
caffeine. So it's all about like not having toxins inside your body. So right now I started that. Actually, today was the last day of the diet. So tomorrow I'm gonna drink a can of coffee when I wake up.
When you say a can, you mean a
I can't
can.
like three times this. That's how
Yeah.
much coffee I'm gonna get.
Just put beans in it. Just chew
Birthday
the beans.
America.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what you've done is you've gone from being over here to going extreme over here, but in the end, that's going to pull you in the
Middle.
middle.
Yeah.
That's a great way of doing it, man.
Always
Wow.
my way, actually. It's also with writing music. It's funny that you said that because I always struggled because I really, really love that indie band kind of sound in music. Like I grew up listening to like Snow Patrol,
Oh,
Coldplay, the Foo Fighters, Nirvana,
yeah.
all those bands. But at the same time, I'm so drawn to like pop artists and like right in the middle for me there was this like pop singer songwritery thing where I felt so at home. So I kind of always do this. I kind of tend to always go right in the middle. Maybe it's very
And
Dutch
why
of me.
not?
There's some kind of beauty in combining things like two worlds that were maybe for most people not meant to be together. There's such a beauty in combining like pop and indie music, for example, in combining two genres. It's like it's a whole like experience actually to go through it because you really can choose from different kinds of sounds, things that you don't really think of at first, but when you put them together, just like you say, like a very heavy bass, like even if it's like very heavily distorted, and then you have this beautiful like guitar sound on it, it's just a whole new world. And that's what I like about music. There is still so much to explore sound wise where we haven't gone yet, or where we have gone, but that is just not popular enough yet to be heard by a bigger audience. And I hope to be an artist that always will dive into that kind of music making also, just like to not only create songs but also be on the creative producing side. So I produce a lot of tracks myself too. I
Mm.
produce a lot of tracks on my album. um, and I try to do that. I try to tap into the really singer-songwriter indie kind of vibes and the poppy vibes and just combine them as well as possible.
When you're flipping through like a virtual instrument, like a, I don't know how
Yeah,
do you use a lot of virtual like Omnisphere and all these Spectrasonics kind of things, and you're flipping through and there's
I do.
thousands of sounds. How do you go? All right, that's the one.
Well, basically, it's it kind of easy with me. Whenever I like have a core sound, like the core of the sound, I try to like, you know, twist some knobs and stuff to kind of make it feel as natural as possible with the vocal that I already have. So
Mm.
to me, like the vocal is always the most important thing in the song, because after all, that's the thing that tells the story. So it's pretty cool to be able to take my own vocals and really see them as an instrument in the song, and then try to figure out, hey, what do my vocals work with? Is it this like bass sound? Is it this like, you know, overly affected, distorted piano, high piano sound in some sort of weird spacey verb, and then combined with an electric guitar that just strums that has some sort of foundation to it? There are a lot of possibilities, and the fun thing after every song, producing every song, the one thing that connects them is my voice. And that is so fun to be able to be experimenting and to have the possibility and the freedom to do whatever you want in production. And of course, because I have a particular taste, they will probably sound somewhat the same, but
As they
eventually
should.
it's also because there's this foundation of building a track around the vocal.
When you're finished with something like a song or whatever, what do you do then? Because in my mind, are you hopping in your car listening to it in there? Are you listening to it on the see how it sounds over the iPhone and the earbuds and stuff?
Yeah, most of the times when I finish the demo, I think like mostly the foundation of the song is there, sound wise, but also just the structure of the whole song. So the thing that I want to do then is like test how this makes me feel on all sorts of levels. So mostly, I enjoy mostly to just hop in the car and turn it on as loud as possible and to drive, just because you're doing something,
Mm-hmm.
and meanwhile you are listening to it, and it kind of takes over. But at the same time, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. So it's a pretty good, like, you know, going in and going out of it constantly, and it really is a good way to test your songs. Another thing is just like leaving it for a little while and just listening to it on headphones. I always enjoy headphones the most because you put them on, you're in this whole own universe of your music, and it just,
Sure.
you know, you can really close your eyes and just listen. And
Get in it, and you can hear the
oh
width,
yeah,
and the wide, the ambient noises in the background that might be running for
yeah,
the entire track that just make it so full. What an
exactly,
experience!
yeah.
Your setup looks awesome, by the way. So that's your piano, obviously.
This
The
is
pl-
my piano, so
is it
yes,
always this nice and neat?
it is. I'm a very neat person,
Are you
but
okay?
at night it's like a big mess because then I'm recording. Then there's like microphones here and like everything. Even like
Wires.
one day I had like three different headphones, and at the end of the night I was like, why? It's only like I don't even need them. But it's yeah, I like to have things clean. A lot of people who know me, they can really like tell you that I'm a very clean person. But when I just, you know, I love my piano. It sounds very deep. We had it made, especially I got it from a friend actually. From she's also my A&R manager
Mm,
here in Holland, and she gave me this when I released my album, and I thought it was the most like amazing gift I have ever
yeah.
had. It sounds like a grand piano. It has a very deep, very soft kind of tone, really warm. So it really fits my voice. Like I told you, it's really important for me that it fits like my vocals, because that's how I write songs too. And
Sure.
she was just like, if I can give you a gift that can bring us all more music into this world written by
A
you,
Tesla.
piano, a
A
Tesla. And I
car.
Like I texted her the new car that Apple is releasing in 3 years, but she didn't buy it. She bought me this. I said, I test all my demos in the car. Why didn't you?
Yes, that's perfect. Oh, that is funny. But even the
Yeah, so
plants are nice. Like, are your plants real?
they are very much. I pet
Yeah.
them every day. That's why they look so good.
Yeah, mine are. I have one here, all fake.
Fake.
It's just
Maybe it's also
easier.
because like the maybe the it's more humid here, so maybe the that's how they grow so good or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I think
just
I just
love
have
them.
commitment issues, and I don't want to have to go and water stuff. And you know what? It's just me here, so if something doesn't get watered, bugs start flying, growth start happening. So you know what? Let me
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get some fake plants that will last for 100 years. You don't live alone, right?
Nope, I don't live alone. No, I live
Cats
here with
not cats not included, by the way, in that.
cats. Yes,
Yeah,
also two cats. But no, I live here with my fiance,
yeah. How's that going, Jordan? Right?
Jordan. Yeah, so we live together since, well, actually, we live together here in this house since a couple of months. We moved from Amsterdam to here, so this is a city just outside Amsterdam. So you can
Hmm.
almost compare it to like if you have Los Angeles, you have downtown and Studio City. That's kind of the
I'm in
distance that.
Studio City. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Great, I love it there. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of where we are now, but then from Amsterdam to like Laven, it's called.
That's cool.
It's a very quiet, cozy city, and yeah, we're living here together. And
And you
Jordan
two
is
are getting
there.
along. You still like each other after all this?
Yeah, very much. Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. And we write a lot of songs together. Actually, we wrote a bunch of songs on the first album,
Is that him
and
you're looking at, by the way, that you keep peeking over?
no, there's
Oh,
no one.
I thought you were right there. Yeah, he was looking over at you. I was gonna say, hey, can you confirm that he's not sick of you yet?
I don't know. He's upstairs right now, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I
What?
can ask him afterwards and let you
Yeah.
know.
What do you do that probably annoys the hell out of him? What do you do that just drives him
I'm very
insane?
neat. I'm very neat, and that annoys the hell out of a lot of people because I'm a kind of person. Whenever I see a book lying like this, I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, right, okay. What were we talking about? Like that. So I need to fix it, and then when it's done and proper, I think like, okay, cool, we can go on.
I think that's great. I'm just
Yeah.
like you, man. I like to hide the wires. I don't want to see cords.
Yeah, in normal life, I'm very neat and very like clean and just like and Jordan is as well, but I just take it to another level.
I'm sure there's something more harsh, but
Nope,
no.
no, we're very much in our like the honeymoon phase still. So I think after, just ask me after a few years.
Yeah, we'll get to the dirt. Well, it's like, you know what? He hates it when I pee on the toilet seat, uh, especially on purpose.
Yeah,
That would be bad.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's fun to do.
I mean, some people pay extra money for that, so why not? Um, are you able to, do you work out a lot? Are you trying to stay in
Well,
shape?
we
Because you look like trim, you look fit.
Well, thank you very much. It's I've been working out for the last couple of weeks again, and before that, we kind of couldn't because of the lockdown here in Holland. So there wasn't a lot of possibilities to work out other than like doing yoga or like going on a hike. But Holland is flat as a pancake, so you won't get any muscles from that. So it's just, yeah. So we just started working out again, mostly outside with a personal trainer, and I really enjoy it, just to be able to like work out again, think of your mind and body. It feels so good to just do something, especially
Sure.
during these times. But the main thing we've been doing, because Jordan is a songwriter too, like I told you, and we've been just writing a bunch of songs for the second album. We were just like, well, we just finished our first one. Let's just come on, let's move on and write a second one because
Got
it's
nothing
it's
else to do. Why not keep
Ex-
going?
exactly, and it's what we love to do, and
Yeah.
it's just I think in we started writing songs 3.5 weeks ago, and we're at 30 new songs right now, so we have a lot to pick from. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that's great. That's the great thing about living together as songwriters and falling
So
in love.
Do you
the
have to
music
be
couple.
cautious in how many of your songs get on and how many of his songs get on? Does it have to be even, or what if there's one or two
No, we
more?
write them together. We all write them together. Like all the songs are written together.
Oh, okay. All right. Boy, that would create
Yeah.
a that would be interesting if you wrote a bunch and then he wrote a bunch and you're like, all yours suck and
Well, mostly I'm that kind of person who thinks the other way around. So I mostly think that his ideas are great, and then I'm like, well, maybe we could like it's just a stupid idea, but what if we say like maybe like this? And he's like, yeah, amazing, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I thought it
oh,
was too like, and then I
this
write
honeymoon phase is making me sick. You guys are like all lovey and getting along.
it.
Boring. I want to hear about this personal trainer who's waking you up early and yelling at you, telling you what to do. What time do they show up?
Actually, the first time I texted my new personal trainer, I said, I'm a musician. That's the first thing I said. And he said, so? And I said, that means I won't be coming to your gym before 12. That's like, and then he was like, oh, okay, well, 11 an option? I said, no, not before 12. It's not going to happen. Just don't try it because it's not going to happen. But I have to say, I went there a couple of times at 11 now, and it's actually nice.
That's funny because when you and I say not before 12, what we mean is like 4 or 5.
I'm not that.
We don't mean 12:01. We mean like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
What about during all of this, I got really hyper aware of my skin. Like I'm doing all these face washes and serums and masks and stuff. Do you have any kind of like skincare? Because again, your skin looks flawless and stuff. Are you doing masks and all these kind of things?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I also like it's funny because like a lot of people have asked me that in the past years. Also a lot of fans, even during concerts, like backstage meetings, they were like, what do you do to your skin? And I was like, really? That's the most important question you can ask me. And basically, I drink a lot of water. I drink
Sure.
like tons of water before I go to sleep. So I drink like twice this before I go to bed and twice this when I wake up. And I have to say, this shit's better than coffee, man. Water really wakes you up. If you drink this in like twice, you'll be awake.
Where's the water from? That's not from the tap, right? What is that from?
It is. So here in Holland, we can drink from the tap.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big luxury, actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm paying about like 120 a month for water delivery. This the high pH, high
What?
TSD water, just because it's probably unnecessary, but I'm not drinking tap water, man. I don't trust any of that. It's probably all in my head though. But
Love tap water.
how are you drinking water that size at night? You must be getting up and peeing at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Nope, just once a night.
Wow.
I
Well,
trained myself.
you're still a young man. That's going to change in a 10 years. So
Yeah, I think so too. But that's probably also the reason why my skin will be going like this.
that's why that's when you come to LA, go down to Rodeo and Doheny and get all those needles in your
Oh,
head.
oh no, I don't know yet.
No,
Not
no,
now.
you're too young for that right now. You got because you're what, 26?
Needles that put some sort of new thing in me, like tattoos or whatever. That's what I like. But
Yeah, let's see. Wait, show me that again.
this this is a scarab. It's an Egyptian sign, actually. So it's the god of the sun. So when I was growing up, I used to translate ancient languages. Don't ask me why, but I studied like ancient Greek and Latin at school, and I had this obsession with all like history, kind of mythology, kind of stuff. And this is actually the carer, like the carer of the sun. So he takes the sun down at night, and he takes it through the underworld, and then he slays his own demons to come up again and rise. So I thought that was such a beautiful symbolic thing to say,
Wow.
because I was like bullied a lot when I was in high school,
Mm.
and I kind of had to slay my own demons before I could do what I am doing right now, like being able to be on stage and being able to like perform and to like tell stories to people and be on that stage and not being afraid of all the judgment that you'll get anyway. So yeah, that symbolizes that story.
And the fact that it's right there, you can take a quick glance and see it. I mean, I have tattoos and stuff too, and the one I have
Amazing.
right here, mine isn't as deep as yours. Mine just says "Let It Be," and
Yeah.
it's not for the Beatles song. It's more of just like,
Oh.
no, mine's more for like, just let it be. Quit worrying about. Just relax. But problem is, it's here, so I don't see it. So I tend to forget. So at least yours is in a good spot. The only time I see it is in the mirror, and it's backwards. So it's like, well, this was stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that wasn't very smart. But the important question on tattoos: how do you get through the pain? Are you popping Vicodin
uh,
or drinking or anything
no,
like that?
I don't really. Well, I have to say, like after like a few hours, you're kind of like, oh, can we not do this anymore?
It
But
gets annoying more than anything.
especially the shadowing part, like when they start doing like the shadows and they're literally like just doing this to your like skin, it hurts. But
Yeah.
I'm planning on getting a lot of new tattoos soon, so I just have this obsession with tattoos and symbolic things and mythology and getting it all on my body. So the next one will be somewhere here or here or wherever, but it's actually on my right arm because I wanted to decorate my right arm. My right arm has been a problem all my life because I have a motoric disorder. So I can't move my right arm properly. So when I play piano, you see, it doesn't move.
Hmm.
This is how fast I can move left, and this it won't move faster than that. So it's always been a struggle for me playing the piano and the guitar and just making music. But I do it, and I did it, and all my life I will do it. But because I always had a love-hate relationship with my right arm, I decided to start the tattoos on my right arm first because I wanted to make my arm look beautiful. I wanted it to be something that I look at and think, that's mine, and I love it.
Wow, that's very cool. I really like that idea of the placement on it.
Thanks,
Yeah, they
thanks.
are addicting, aren't they?
They are. I have like a little thing here that's for my granddad. He was a sailor,
That's cool.
an
Yeah.
anchor. I
That's
have
gonna
a
rub off after a couple of years, though, isn't it? You have to keep redoing it.
No, because I don't really use my right hand because it's a motoric disorder. So this will stay on for pretty long, and I have a bunch of other tattoos here. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, I don't know why. It's always been a thing that I wanted.
That's cool, man. Good for you.
Yeah,
I want to talk about the song "Arcade." Right, that's the song that we're talking about. The thing that I thought was really interesting is that it obviously starts out very soft and has a really heavy build towards the end. Even the lyric that's repeated. Um,
So in the pre-chorus, I say, "Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to I got addicted to a losing game," and then I say,
right,
"All I
losing
know, loving you is a
is
losing
a
game."
losing game. And the trippy
Yeah,
part about it that I really got from it is it's such a that's a really heavy lyric, and uh,
yeah,
especially for someone who might be in a relationship that they know they can't win in, but they can't get out of. But the fact that it has this heavy build and then it comes back down again
yeah.
at the end, that is cool to me because it really
Oh well,
captures that
thank
roller
you. That's
coaster. Yeah. Tell me about this song though. What is it that people should know about when they hear it?
well, the I wrote this song when I was studying at the Rock Academy, which is a conservatory here in Holland, and I studied there for 4 years. And in my last year, I started to write a lot of songs again. But basically, I have been walking around with this story in my head of someone that I knew, a friend of mine that I knew when I was younger, and she passed away, unfortunately. And she had this very complicated love life where she got divorced from the love of her life, and he never came back. And she passed away, and she kept before the moment she passed away, she kept looking at the door, and like she was laying on her bed and she kept looking, and everyone was like, why is she looking at that door? And all of a sudden we realized that she was looking for him, and he didn't come. He couldn't anymore. So he I I thought that was such a tragic story. And while studying at the Rock Academy, I was like, oh my God, I'm young, I'm like new, I'm falling in love for the first time.
Mm.
Let's write this song as an advice to myself right now, to never have that, to never, like, to fall in love, but keep working on it, to always promise each other that you'll be there for one another, and to not leave someone hanging like that. That is why I wrote this song.
That's
Yeah.
incredible, and that's got to be tough for both sides. I mean, obviously her, but also him.
It is definitely, yeah, yeah, because I can't imagine what you goes through your head the moment you hear your ex-wife is laying in the hospital right now and she will die in a few minutes, and do you want to come, yes or no? I don't think,
It would,
I don't want to be in that position.
yeah, because and not to get even darker with it, but you don't want that would be a very difficult visual to put in the back of your mind and let the other
Yeah,
celebrations of life take the
yeah,
forefront. Once you see that, it's like that will
yeah.
forever. So that's yeah, okay.
Exactly. So I'm happy that, let's just say, I'm happy he remembers her as the beautiful person she was, rather than seeing that moment. And I think it's a beautiful thing that even till the moment you literally leave this earth, you are so dedicated, your heart is so dedicated to someone. And even if it's unanswered, it's still pure love. It's love. And that's the most beautiful thing we have. It's more beautiful than music even. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Well, not to be condescending, but you are wise beyond your years, my friend. You're
Thank you. Thanks.
you're a beautiful man, and I dig it. I like it. I
Thank
like
you. Thanks.
how frank you are in the explanation, even with it. It's wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've always been a storyteller, and like I said, I've always loved music, and I combined those two things. And I think we have so much already going on in this world, and the thing that is most important is honesty, openness, and love. And I think if you just tell your story the way it is, that's the only thing you can do. And that's what I do with my music too, actually. It's just stories of me that I go through, and yeah, yeah, stories that I pick up somewhere, or just, it's all about storytelling to me.